Our client alleges that Mr. Walker gave her cash to pay for the abortion and that she went to a clinic in Dallas, Texas. However, while she was at the clinic, she became overwhelmed with emotion. She could not go through with it, and she left the clinic in tears. When Mr. Walker called that night, our client told him what had happened and that she had not gone through with the abortion. He was upset. He pressured her to go back to the clinic with him the next day to go through with the abortion. The following day, Mr. Walker drove her to the clinic and waited in the parking lot for hours until the abortion was completed and she came out. Then he drove her to the pharmacy to pick up medications and supplies as prescribed, and then he drove her home. In the days following the abortion, Mr. Walker began to distance himself from our client. She was very distraught because she felt that Mr. Walker had pressured her into having an abortion. She left Dallas. After she moved out of Dallas, Mr. Walker sent our client a note apologizing for what he had put her through. As you will hear from my client, Jane Doe, she has come forward at this time because she feels that it's important that the truth comes out. My client has many personal pieces of evidence to support her allegations. Mr. Walker professes to be against abortion, even though he paid for and pressured our client to have an abortion. Mr. Walker claims on his webpage that, quote, strong families are the bedrock of our country, end quote. Despite his attempts to clothe himself with Christian family values, he nevertheless had an affair with our client for approximately 6 years.
In April of 1993, I learned that I was pregnant. I was surprised because I had been on birth control during my entire relationship with Herschel. I was certain that I was pregnant as a result of my relationship with Herschel and because I was not intimate with anyone else at the time. I really didn't know what to do. I was confused, uncertain, and scared. After discussing the pregnancy with Herschel several times, he encouraged me to have an abortion and gave me the money to do so. I went to a clinic in Dallas, but I simply couldn't go through with it. I left the clinic in tears. When I told Herschel what had happened, he was upset and said that he was going to go back with me to the clinic the next day for me to have the abortion. He then drove me to the clinic the following day and waited for hours in the parking lot until I came out. He then drove me to get medications and supplies as prescribed, and then drove me home. I was devastated because I felt that I had been pressured into having an abortion. After the abortion, I felt that Herschel began distancing himself from me. I fled Dallas within days after the abortion and did not go back to even visit for the next 15 years because I was so traumatized by what Herschel had put me through. The relationship that Herschel and I had was never about money.
I was thinking about you. I don't know what this is terrible. I'm calling from a restaurant. Be the one who's got a phone that I can use that you can put something in and be able to call out. All the other phones, you have to have some kind of telecom card or something. I have the slightest idea what it is. But I wanted to call you on your machine and try to talk to you. What I can do is I'm going to try to call you back while I'm here, but I have to call you like early in the morning because it's late at night there when I'm up and the restaurant is open. But I keep trying to call you. I want to say I love you. Okay.
For those of you who may have had a little difficulty hearing it, I'll be happy to tell you what it said. Hello there, my dear. Sorry I didn't call you when I first got here, but it's been a pain. I waited 6.5 hours at the airport till Edwin and Brian picked me up. We got here to this dump of a place. It's a ski lodge-like place. No phones in the room, no TV in the room, 4 people to the room, which is smaller than your TV, where your TV is at in the kitchen, put together, I think. And it's a dump. But I want to say, I love you. And I was thinking about you. I don't know what I did that's terrible. I'm calling from a restaurant. They're the ones who's got a phone that I can use that you could put something in and be able to call out. All the other phones, you have to have some kind of telecom card or something like that. The size I do what it is, but I wanted to call you on your machine and try to talk to you. What I can do is I'm gonna try to call you back while I'm here, but I have to call you like early in the morning because it's late at night there when I'm up and the restaurant is open, but I keep trying to call you. I want to say I love you. Okay, bye.
Can you hear me? Y'all hear me okay? Well, I'm gonna just say right now, you know, guys, I'm done with this foolishness. I've already told people this is a lie and I'm not gonna entertain to continue to carry a lie alone. And I also want to let you know I didn't kill JFK either. And right now they sent him one out after he got crushed at that debate. Now the Democrats are doing say whatever they can to win this seat. But I want them to know they don't know Herschel Walker. They don't know that I'm from Wrightsville, Georgia, and I'm going to win this seat. I told them when I got in this race I'm going to win it, and they now see that I am going to win it. So I just want you guys to know that this right here, that right now I'm winning this seat. So I think that Senator Warnock seems to not like me too hot, doesn't he? But I think he voted for me.
Just to clarify, can you unequivocally deny you've never paid for any woman to have an abortion?
So I've seen this movie before, folks. I remember the Kavanaugh storyline really well. The hearing's over, does a great job. All of a sudden, I've got this letter. I want to share it with the committee. Well, it was shared with the Washington Post before it was shared with the committee, making a salacious allegation, and Judge Kavanaugh met with every Democrat, and the ones that knew about it never gave him a chance to explain himself, and the rest is history. Another one, and another one. So here's the game plan, Herschel. Get a celebrity lawyer, like Avenatti, who's now in jail. Get a celebrity lawyer to come out and make a wild accusation right before it's time to make a decision about who should be on the Supreme Court or who should be in the Senate. So I've seen this movie. I live 40 miles right over those hills there. I know Rabun County and I know Dillard really well. People here are not going to tolerate it.
No.
There's going to be a backlash in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
This is coming from LA. It's coming from an activist Democratic celebrity lawyer who went to the 2016 convention for Hillary Clinton, and people in Georgia are not this dumb.